guys, what's going on? It is Ash here coming at you today in Clash Royale today. Man, Zareldo, back on the channel. Zareldo's first video absolutely killed it. No lie, I got Zareldo 10, 15 comments saying it was their favorite video ever on my channel. So the bar is set pretty high. You run with Hog Earthquake, right? Or something?
Hog Mini PEKKA Rocket.
Hog Rocket, yeah, dude. How'd you feel after that video? It was your first time on the channel, or second time on the channel, right?
Yeah, third time actually.
Third time actually.
I was on the channel like 2 years ago.
2 years ago, okay, and you came back, and so many people loved that video. Were you surprised that so many people loved it so much?
Yeah, I was kind of surprised. I wasn't really sure if my commentary was that good, but many people liked it.
Many people liked it, man. And now you're back again, covering not a new deck, but an old deck, a PEKKA Bridge Spam, the classic PEKKA Bridge Spam deck. And this is your signature deck. This is the deck that you've been playing since it became a thing for years. Dude, tell us, the first question I want to ask you, we're going to go over some replays today, guys. We're going to really cover in-depth kind of guide to this deck. So this will help a lot of you guys out if you're a player of PEKKA Bridge Spam or you're interested in becoming a player of a deck like this. First question I have for you is, I actually prefer Ram Rider to Battle Ram. Why do you prefer Battle Ram? And then, like, why do you prefer minions over, like, Baby Dragon?
When you have Battle Ram instead of Ram Rider, when you catch them low on elixir, a Battle Ram is way harder to deal with, because just the impact alone only does like 600 damage, and then they still have to deal with the barbs. If you place a Ram Rider, first of all, it's more elixir, so they have more time to get their elixir. And when it gets one hit, it's not that big of a deal.
Okay, so you actually like the damage, the impact damage. That makes sense. I can see that. I like the defensive kind of versatility of the Ram Rider provides. You know, I like using it against a Hog Rider or Balloon. But I guess if you play the cards, this deck correctly, you shouldn't need that defensive versatility, correct?
Yeah, and the Battle Ram can also help against beatdown pushes. When they have a Prince or a Lumberjack, it can defend your PEKKA, so it stays alive longer.
Okay, I like that. All right, well, let's go ahead and cover the replays first here. The first one against Mega Knight Bait. You really want to, again, point out a bunch of things in these two specific replays to my viewers. Then we'll do live matches after that, guys. So let's press play in 3, 2, 1, go. All right, man, so take it from here. Tell us. We are your students, Zareldo. Tell us the ways of PEKKA Bridge Spam.
Okay, so at the beginning of every game, you just want to see what they play. So play passive, don't make any overly aggressive plays. A Bandit or a Ghost in the back is a very safe play. Okay. So here when he played this Inferno Dragon, that pretty much means he either has Mega Knight Bait or Lava Hour. There's not many other decks that use Inferno Dragon. So still, just to make sure I'm playing very passively, not going very aggressive, not committing, so I know what he has. Okay. And you play the nice minions there to kind of complement that Battle Ram, and then he goes opposite lane with a Skeleton Barrel. At this point, I know I need my Electro Wizard for offense to kill his Inferno Dragon. And I gotta make sure I'm up in elixir, because he has so many bait cards. I always need my Ghost and my Zap. Okay. And here he just keeps doing a good job, just kind of kiting this PEKKA around. This push in your head right now, you're like, okay, I'm not gonna get to the tower probably, right? And at this point, what my thought process was is, how am I gonna get to the tower, and how does he want to get to my tower, and what cards do I need for defense and what cards do I need for offense? Okay. So since I'm up in elixir and there's still a Ghost in that lane, I just go PEKKA in the back. If he Mega Knights other lane, I can pull it using my Battle Ram. And that will be and here he plays a Goblin Gang at the bridge. I'm just gonna ignore it because I need a lot of elixir for offense. A Mega Knight alone isn't enough to defend everything I throw at him. So I'm gonna go opposite lane so he can't use Mega Knight against my E-Wiz, and then E-Wiz in the same lane as the PEKKA for the Inferno Dragon. Okay. I like that Battle Ram opposite lane. I wouldn't have thought of that, but that's a good move. So at this point it's pretty much over, just defense now. But one thing I do right here After I defended, I still well, first I poisoned because I didn't want to use my E-Wiz. I needed it for his Infernal Dragon. Here I pack it in the back because I have Battle Ram in cycle. And when I have Battle Ram in cycle and he does this Mega Knight at the bridge, I can play it there and it will miss the Battle Ram completely. And the Battle Ram will hit the tower.
Beautiful there. Beautiful. Now you have E-Wiz for the Inferno Dragon. 15 seconds left. Forget it. This match is already over.
Yeah, and then just poison just to make sure. Catch the miner and then miss my zap against the bats.
Yeah, well played there. And this was, you know, like you said, it's a bridge spam deck, but you didn't spam at all. You took things very, very slowly against matchups like this where you think where they have an easily kiteable unit like Mega Knight. Is that what you're doing like all the time, playing P.E.K.K.A in back and when you have Battle Ram in cycle?
Not all the time. Sometimes if they have multiple counters for my Battle Ram and I use it to kite one of them and they have the other, I will have to defend both. And in this case, because the Mega Knight is kind of slow, it still went to my P.E.K.K.A, but it depends what other cards they have, what other counters they have to you.
Okay, let's go ahead and do the Hog Exionado. We can talk more about this matchup. 3, 2, 1, go. All right, so talk a little bit about this matchup. This time you're at the top of the screen.
So my starting hand is quite bad. E-Wiz gives spell value, you should never play it as your first card. P.E.K.K.A, of course not. Minions, kind of risky in case they have balloons. So since he has Hog, there's 2 common decks right now that he could have. Either the one he's using or 2.6. I went split lane early just to force whatever he has. So at this point I know he has the Executioner Tornado deck, so I gotta keep in mind to never use my Ghost when it doesn't really die. If it stays at like half HP, he can just Tornado it to his king, so my Ghost can never go unsupported.
Okay. And it sounds like you'll never play Ghost. I mean, you already said this in the last match, but you're never going to start out with a Ghost or a Bandit as opening play at the bridge.
No, I want to play it safe. If they
Always in the
have
back.
something that happens to one-shot them or get very close to, I will already be at an elixir disadvantage at the very beginning.
Yeah. Okay, so here it looks like you're gonna play P.E.K.K.A back again. So why did you do that?
Because I have an Electro Wizard for his Hog, and if he goes Valkyrie Hog, he will lose. I can just use minions and then push both lanes. But since he just uses Tornado, I can actually kill the Executioner. Other times, you don't want to support your P.E.K.K.A, it's just there to bait, to kill the Hog.
Okay.
And at this point, I went Battle Ram other lane because he just has Ice Spirit, Log, Tornado, he just has spells. So he's forced to defend the Battle Ram and ignore the E-Wiz. I went minions late, so they don't get killed by his Ice Spirit.
Okay.
And another goes to force out the Valkyrie, because if he wants to hog behind it, I have P.E.K.K.A.
Okay. I like how you're thinking quite a lot about what cards he has in hand, like almost all the time it seems like, right?
Yeah, but it's important not to count cards or count elixir, because if you do that, it will just be distracting and you can make mistakes. What I advise you do is remember the last 2 cards he played, because he will not have those. But and also when there's nothing on the field and he plays something, it's likely he's at 10 elixir. So that way you know how much you're ahead or behind, and you don't have to count.
Okay, I like that. So it sounds like keep track of his last 2 cards and maybe like his win condition, right?
Yeah. This P.E.K.K.A was too high. If I played it at tile lower, it would have prevented 1 more hit from the Hog.
Okay.
But still, I keep applying pressure because he only really has 2 units, Execution and Valkyrie. So if I bait those, he doesn't have anything to support his Hog. And I want to get it to a point where I can cycle poisons and it will either hit his Executioner or his guards every time.
Okay.
And I do that by even even if my stuff dies, even if my troops don't get to the tower, if they bait something, it was successful. I don't need to do damage every time, as long as I mess up his cycle or mess up his plan.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So you're putting the, like, obviously you just played a bandit at the bridge. You knew it wasn't going to do anything. You just knew it was going to get the Valkyrie out of hand.
Yeah, and right here, he used his Valkyrie and Execution, his last 2 cards, so I could poison preemptively. And then zap, because he wouldn't be able to stop it, and that's it.
That's it, GG's. Man, you played pretty well there in that matchup. Ooh, are you a little dirty BM, or are you, Zareldo?
I only BM because he BM'd me.
I'm just joking, dude. All right, hey, dude, I want to play some live ladder. Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right, go ahead.
Okay, I'm searching.
All right.
I found a match. My starting hand is PEKKA. PEKKA Bandit double spells. He's gonna hog with nothing else, so I'm just gonna PEKKA.
Okay. Are you always gonna PEKKA against Hog? I noticed you did in the last one too. Like, what if you have Ewiz in your hand? Why not Ewiz? Why always PEKKA?
Because a PEKKA does a lot more on offense than an Ewiz does.
Okay.
And I only really use Ewiz on defense against Hog if it's unsupported or I don't have anything else.
Nice zap there.
I'm gonna let it lock on and use minions and then support it because he just uses mini PEKKA. Arrows, Knight. Okay, so it's
weird
quite
deck.
a weird deck.
Yeah. Arrows. Who plays arrows?
You only face arrows if you use minions or minion horde.
That's true. All right.
Okay, so I need my PEKKA against Hog, and I need my PEKKA on offense against mini PEKKA, because his mini PEKKA can kill everything pretty much. If he doesn't Hog here, I'm just... What?
Wow, okay, there you
Okay,
go.
so I need my PEKKA against almost everything in this deck. So
Yeah,
I'm
right.
just gonna use it for counter pushing instead of using it offensively. He has Knight now and Skeletons. The Skeletons I'm just gonna zap.
Nice. Wow.
Okay, so I still need to make sure I defend this tower. It's not dead yet. He has Hog back in cycle. I'm not back to my... Okay, I'm gonna actually pull this mini PEKKA so it distracts the baby dragon as well. And then the bandit should take care of his mini PEKKA.
The mini PEKKA is going for a ride, man. He's going for a walk around the arena. Just touring.
Okay, so I don't think he has a lot of direct damage. I'm gonna play my Ewiz here because it prevents an extra hit from the RG. If I didn't play it, it would have gotten 1 hit. So he has Hog, Knight, mini PEKKA. He has to defend this PEKKA, so I'm gonna just keep applying pressure. I don't want him to be able to play Mega Knight, Royal Giant, and then immediately after it a Hog, because I cannot defend it fully.
And here
like
we go.
This.
Yeah.
If he takes it, it's
PEKKA.
fine.
Yeah, you've got a pretty nice match here.
Oh, he didn't. But if he did, he wouldn't have been able to defend. Oh, a rocket.
Yeah, he's staying corrected. There we go. Now show us how he's not going to be able to defend.
Okay, so there's a PEKKA and an Ewiz still alive. If he doesn't...
Yeah, GG's.
Okay. Yeah,
there he goes. All right.
That's it.
So that was a weird deck, kind of a weird one to start out with there, but, let's go ahead. Why don't you search for our next match, and just because who knows what we're going to get while we're searching here, but I want to ask you about a couple, popular matchups as you're searching for the next match, if that's okay.
I'm searching.
So, against, Logbait, obviously you have Zap, what is your answer what's your overall strategy going to be?
Oh, against Logbait, your only counter for the Goblin Barrel, if it's tanked for, is your minions. You gotta always use your minions for a Goblin Barrel unless they don't support it.
Okay.
Also, that also means if they have a Valkyrie coming at you, you don't use your minions, even though they fully survive. They don't take any damage and they're cheaper than Valkyrie. Don't use them because you need them for his Goblin Barrel. You have other counters for his Valkyrie, but you don't have other counters for his barrel, so that's why you use it there.
Okay. Sounds good. It sounds good enough. So we're using minions every time, making sure we probably poison out the princess because that will counter your minions.
Yeah, and it's yeah, I don't really have any other reliable counter for his princess, so I want to use my my poison whenever I can.
All right. Speaking of
So
poison, you use it here on defense. I think he has arrows, right? Or snowball, maybe. Just snowball. Forget it.
yeah, he has
Oh,
arrows,
arrows
but
and snowball.
using my minions was safe because he didn't really have any elixir.
So now are you going to be saving poison every time for graveyard, or is it okay to take poison value on offense? Well, now that you have the tower down here, I guess.
Well, just now I used my poison on offense because he wouldn't be able to graveyard in time. He didn't have any elixir, and
Okay.
then I used my minions and he couldn't arrow. But for the rest of the game, I'm just gonna play very passively because he has
There's no way.
arrows and boulder. He can defend pretty much anything. I just need to poison his graveyard every time and I'll be fine.
Okay. Against Lava Hound, what is your strategy going to be with this deck? Like, okay, let's just get to the most important part of the match. They drop Lava Hound, what do you do?
If they drop Lava Hound first play, you go PEKKA opposite lane, and if you can't go PEKKA opposite lane, you go bridge spam.
Okay.
Against Lava Hound, you don't really want to focus on defending. You want to tower trade and then go for the 3 crown, because you simply can't defend against Lava Hound. If you try and they still take your tower and you haven't taken theirs, you will lose.
Okay, so it's all about like being very aggressive on offense.
Yeah, and if you can't defend, just honestly just give up on it. Don't try to defend when you will take so much damage that they can just spell cycle or something.
Yeah. Okay.
If you can't defend, just take their tower pretty much.
Okay. What about Expo?
Against Expo, you want to play very passively. You kind of want to play as if you're going for a draw and only really go aggressive when they give you an opportunity to.
Okay.
Because if you like soak some damage and then try to punish, it won't really work, because Tesla, Log, Ice Spirit, those cards can defend almost anything. And also never PEKKA in the back unless they Expo in the middle.
Okay, never PEKKA in the back unless they Expo in the middle. On defense, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, search for the next match. What about, let's see. We covered Lava Hound, we covered Expo, we covered Bait.
Found a match.
Okay, sounds good. What about a decks like Hog and Royal Giant are easy. We saw that all wrapped up in one there earlier. So how about a like a Golem deck that has like Golem Fisherman or Golem E-Drag, like the tricky Golem decks for PEKKA?
Against those decks, you want to be very aggressive, but not overly aggressive to where you are throwing elixir away pretty much, but you want to be aggressive to where they don't get an opportunity to golem. Because if they do, you simply can't defend against Golem E-Drag. It's not possible, essentially.
Okay.
This looks like a balloon deck. I can PEKKA in the back, because minions are very... Okay, it's not balloon. It's a weird hog deck.
Weird hog deck again. Another hog mini PEKKA deck. Jeez. Okay. Keep that Ewas alive.
Yeah.
Nice shot there.
Okay. I'm gonna play minions instead of Zap. Even though my PEKKA takes more damage, it's more threatening on defense for him.
Okay.
I'm just gonna let it go. I'm not gonna Zap or anything.
Okay.
His defense against my stuff is mini PEKKA Musketeer. I can kill mini PEKKA on offense when I have a PEKKA. Right here I didn't have any elixir, so I just went and tried to tower trade.
Okay.
But it doesn't really work, so I'm gonna use his mini PEKKA as a platform for my bandit to dash. Yeah, he didn't have anything there. I can still win. I need to use my PEKKA on offense, and since it's 1-1, he has to go this lane. Okay, I think that's a mistake from his part, because he gets 1 hit, maybe 2, and I get a lot of value.
Yeah, he goes in with a big 6 elixir push. Now you have a nice counter push opportunity.
Okay, so I'm gonna. He was a little late, so he couldn't snipe it. And then keep going aggressive. He only has bats now and a hog. And yeah, Musketeer doesn't do it.
Nice. Nice
Okay,
heads up
Zap
to
kills it.
realize that, yeah.
Okay, he still needs to use a spell for my tower. I'm still gonna use P.E.K.K.A even though it's useful on offense because I can still go for the 3 crown.
Okay.
I won't just let my P.E.K.K.A die. Poison this. The mini P.E.K.K.A will not get in time. Yeah, so he had to use a spell. My P.E.K.K.A is still alive. I'm gonna support this. I won't zap skeletons because he has bats. I'm gonna bend it here. It will go to the mini P.E.K.K.A unless he plays something else. His tower is in double poison, double zap range.
Nice. He's able to
I'm
cling
actually
on to
gonna
life
poison
there.
here
Okay.
because I have P.E.K.K.A and Ewiz.
Yeah. And he can't, he can't do much here at this point.
Oh, he goes all in. I didn't P.E.K.K.A until we played his hog, just in case he did that, because his stuff was still alive. Zap here. I need 1 zap and 1 poison.
All right. There's poison, and zap is what? In hand, 1 card
Yeah,
away?
I'm gonna actually play my Battle Ram instead of trying to kill the hog, because a mini P.E.K.K.A is actually able to take my tower in time, and his hog wouldn't have been able to.
All
So
right.
yeah, just spell cycle.
Okay, sounds good, man. Want to do one more than coach me in a game?
Sure.
All right, sounds good.
I'm searching.
Okay. Do you think that what do you think of the state of P.E.K.K.A right now? Do you think that she needs to be balanced, or do you think she's perfectly balanced? What do you think of
Oh,
the
I'm
strength?
facing back.
Oh, cool.
I'm actually gonna tie against him.
Ah, damn it,
Ah, he
bro.
doesn't want to. I'm just gonna play.
All right, here we go against Bag. All right.
Okay.
Oh, you're gonna teach us how to play against Lava Hound.
Okay, the bandit in the back was very unfortunate, but what was your question again?
I forgot. Here we go.
Oh yeah, the state of P.E.K.K.A.
Oh yes.
I think it's in possibly the worst state it's been in like ever,
Wow.
because after they changed the range from short to long, it was very strong, but after the nerf, medium range doesn't really make up for the minus 9% HP.
Okay, so Zap Poison actually mitigates some. I mean, you keep the tower alive. You're right. That bandit, you saw the potential downside of cycling bandit early in a match like that.
Yeah, I'm not just gonna let him take it because he has Fireball Barbarian Barrel. He needs 3 fireballs.
Okay.
And I'm not gonna play Ewis either now because of his Fireball. I don't want to give him value. He has to still fight for the tower.
Got you.
I'm gonna ignore it.
Okay, I was gonna say now. Do
I'm
you give
gonna let him take the tower and not get 3 crown. That's the most important part now.
Okay.
If he takes my tower, it's fine as long as he doesn't take my king.
All right. You ignore those
Okay,
minions.
the minions were not good, but I can just zap this. Zap here. Good game.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough. Yeah, it's a tough one, man. So what could you have done differently there?
Well, since he has Fireball and Infernal Dragon, it's really lost before it started.
Oof. Well, hey, now it's time to coach me. We cut it a match because I was a level 12. All right, so against Moran, what are we going to do here? Okay, I have Battle Ram, Zap, Bandit, and Ewiz.
Bandit in the back, see what he has first, but since you're in lower trophies, it's gonna be way more difficult to identify a deck.
Yeah.
So, Baby Dragon, that means probably beat down. Or Royal Giant.
Alright.
Mini P.E.K.K.A, Baby Dragon, it's probably gonna be Golem. You can use your Battle Ram against defense there, it would have taken care of everything. Let's see. Fireball, mini Pekka. I have no idea what this is. Probably Golem. I don't think anything else would make sense. Maybe Giant. You can use Battle Ram still against defense here. If you play it next to your tower, it would have locked on to the barbs after killing the ram itself.
All right, so here should I just cycle him back?
He's up in elixir, so he will play something first unless he leaks.
Okay.
And if you don't know what to play and he doesn't have like anything you specifically need your ghost for, you can just play it in the back. Since he has mini Pekka and he can ignore your minions, I would have just Pekkaed in the back. It's better against beatdown to be safe in defending and making a counter push than trying to punish and not succeeding.
Alright.
If he places his mini Pekka and his bats and his musketeer behind his giant, it will just shred through your Pekka. So you need to make sure you have enough elixir to defend and not go overly aggressive on offense. It's best to use your defense for offense against beatdown.
Okay.
So just Pekka in the back.
Yep, I was
same
still
lane
2
as the
cards away.
giant. Oh yeah, because played this first. So he's going all in.
He uses fireball, so I still feel fine.
Yeah, he has a lot of cards that die to poison.
Yep.
So I would use it here.
Oh god, that was awful.
Okay, so he used his mini Pekka just now, but he's going aggressive again. Oh, your Pekka's still alive.
And GG's. That was a tough matchup
he
for
gave
him.
up.
Feel for him there. All right, let's go. Let's go into it. Want to do one more?
Sure.
Yeah. So it sounds like from the feedback there, it sounded like maybe I got a little bit too aggressive at times.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you went
Bandit minions.
bandit minions, because he has fireball that can defend bandit. Pretty much almost anything can defend bandit minions. You want to have a battle ram when bridge spamming, and if you don't have a battle ram, you can just play a ghost. It will bait out something.
Okay. So this next matchup, I have poison, Ewiz, minions, and
Minions against barrel.
Yeah. So
Okay.
do I support this or no? Well, too
No.
late now, but okay.
Yeah, you shouldn't have supported it. You first want to figure out what his entire deck is.
Okay.
You don't know what version he's playing. You don't know if he has Rascal Sprints or Valkyrie or Inferno. You want to play it passively at the beginning.
Okay.
Let's see. Go Ghost in front of the Battle Ram. Take care of the princess and any potential goblin gang or spam card he has.
Alright.
An important thing when you're playing against decks like this that have spam cards, when you have a battle ram on offense, play your ghost in front. The battle ram will push your ghost, and your ghost will take care of the goblin gang on anything he has, any spam he has, before it can even touch your battle ram. And also, usually you want to play your bandit behind your battle ram, so when they have their defense, it will lock on to the battle ram and not kill the bandit instantly. The bandit will still dash, maybe get another hit, and not just die.
Okay. So there was
that was kind of unnecessary.
What, zapping?
Yeah, it was unnecessary. You should have just let it go.
Taking the damage? Okay.
Looks like this last card is either a second spell or a building. You're in a position now where you can just poison cycle. Try to push on the left lane because he doesn't have a heavy spell, and force him to play Goblin Gang, Dart Goblin, Princess, and then poison it.
Okay, so it's gonna minor.
You can still defend the tower. Okay, never mind. you just need to make sure you take his go aggressive now. He has Valkyrie and Inferno Tower, so you need to be careful not to bunch it up too tightly.
That was bad minions.
Yeah, the princess took care of them. It's a very difficult matchup. It's very hard to win. But
I thought I had it there.
I think where you went wrong is using your PEKKA on defense when
against that
anything
miner?
else would have been better. Yeah, against his miner, because then if you PEKKA, he can just dart goblin at the bridge, princess at the bridge, even play goblin barrel into the PEKKA. It doesn't defend it.
All right, man. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on the channel, breaking down this deck for us, Zareldo. Any shout outs, anything like that before we let you go, man?
If you wanna add me in game, you can follow me on Twitter and send me a message. I will be adding pretty much everyone, and I'll soon be live streaming on Twitch, live ladder gameplay. I'll also be announcing when I do that on Twitter, so make sure you follow me there. And thank you to Firing Range and Dutch Corps for being very supportive of me.
Awesome, man. Shout out to Firing Range and Dutch Corps. And yeah, dude, we'll go ahead and have the, well, if you have a Twitch, give me the link and I'll include it in the show notes below. And of course, your player stats and profile, thanks to statsroyale.com, and your Twitter information where you guys can be friends with Zareldo. Just go ahead and shoot him a tweet. Zareldo, thanks so much for coming on again, man. I appreciate it.
Thank you for having me.
No problem, dude. That is going to do it for today's video. Huge shout out to Bren Chong, my YouTube partner. Check out his information in the description below. Guys, thank you so much for watching. And as always, take care, guys.